All right, everyone. Here we go with the best webinar and the best product of the year. I'm Todd Gross, your host. All right, I turned it off. Thank you for indulging me on that. Again, I'm Todd Gross, yours truly, and I do have an exciting webinar for us today. In fact, the most exciting of the entire year. When you see this, it will blow your mind because you've probably seen little snippets so far, but not the entire thing. And that's even more mind-blowing, especially since in the last 24 hours, we made some big changes to the software, which made it even better and put it at the very top of where AI is right now. In fact, we've been climbing since 2020 to the top, and the only times that we fell below the top, our prices were so low compared to the very, very top folks out there that didn't matter. But now we are there, and I am so glad to host this webinar for you. Now, I want you to say hello in the chat box. Tell me where you're from and let me know if I'm clear. I'm having some trouble with my mic tonight. What happens is my GoToWebinar tries to change audio. You may run into that problem from time to time as well. And then look around and try to see if it's trying to switch your audio out on you. It did that to me, so if I have a problem later, I'll shout, hey, hold on a second, I gotta check things out, etc., etc. Let me just take a drink. No, I meant water. There we go. All right, let's see who we have here. Oh my goodness, there's so many people. I don't know where to start. We have Willie and Susie and Bonnie and Lenny and Bob and Peter and Willie and Hazel and Larry and Tyrone and Richard and Arthur and Randall and, oh my goodness. Southern California is John. Tom's from New Jersey. Of course, Tom, we knew that. Carolyn is from Charlotte, North Carolina, where I was last week. New Zealand, thank you for coming. We have Ms. Ruth, and we have John from North Australia. We have John Bolton. We have Rob from Alberta. And Delphine is here. Hi, Delphine. Benjamin is from Patterson, New Jersey. Ken, wait a minute. We have to get that link together. Hold on a second. Grady is here. We have Kathy from Maryland, David from Edmonton. We have New Jersey, Dally, Russ. Hi, Russ again. Texas, Willie, great. I'm glad you could hear us. Yeah, you know what we're going to do tonight? We have so many people here. Those that are the most engaged tonight, we are going to give out a prize, cash prize, later in this webinar, a PayPal cash prize. So keep that in mind. Mr. World Famous is here. Hi. Dan Cooper, Kenneth, William, Omar, Marcus, Shane, Gabriel, William Van Brunt, Stephen, Michael, Richard. I can't believe how many people are here. This is wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I can't get to everybody. Hello, AI from Connecticut. Al from Connecticut. I'm reading everything AI lately. You can't blame me, right? Everything looks like AI. All right, so I'm gonna need your help with something. I'm gonna play a video file, and I don't believe you're going to hear the audio clearly unless I put the mic next to the speaker. So I need to know how it's sounding, okay? So first I'm going to bring the mic away from the speaker, and I'm gonna start this. This is a news story. And now I need you to report to me in the question answer box if this is low audio.
The perception of what is real and what is virtual reality is shifting.
Okay, so was that audio low? Yes, low. Okay, now I'm going to put the microphone near the speaker, and I want you to tell me if it's okay.
The perception of what is real and what is virtual reality is shifting. And where we're seeing lines blurred the most is on social media. There's a rise of artificially intelligent influencers, accounts with hyper-realistic posts, heartfelt captions, and thousands upon thousands of adoring fans. Some companies are looking to these AI influencers to be the face of their brands.
All right, how did that sound? Much better, sounds great, good, clear audio, a little louder. All right, let me turn it up just a tad. Okay, very good. So what she was saying, obviously, is that AI influencers are a big thing. We're going to be talking about AI influencers and UGC tonight because we've perfected it, but there is a subtle difference between the two. And I'll show you how I got caught up in that subtle difference over this past winter in a moment. Actually, it was late fall um, because I was hired both as an influencer with a brand deal and as a UGC creator with a brand deal from the same brand. And I was confused as to what was going on because I wasn't as adept at it as I am now. So I'll explain the differences. So first of all, there are existing AI influencers. They've been cropping up. And the way they've been doing it is with extremely expensive equipment. And it started around 2016. All right. And that's when this whole thing started, but it's accelerated since then, needless to say, as technology got better. But it took production teams to produce these AI characters. And it wasn't until seriously in the last few weeks, last month or so, that AI itself got good enough that it's now doable at home. Sort of like computers used to be done by big companies, and then the home computer came out around 1978, 1979. It's similar in that way. We now have the ability to make AI influencers without a team, without very expensive equipment. So some of these people you're seeing here are really big. Like on the right, Emily Pellegrini, she is actually a guy who produces her, and she has an account on Instagram with thousands and thousands of followers. And because she has so many followers, she's able to do brand deals. Now, some of these, and you'll notice they're all women. And I have to admit, women are the prime AI influencers right now because there's so many men that enjoy watching this. But some of these do have extremely good content, and others are really just doing a lot of flirtation, self-admitted flirtation. Now, this one was recently on Vogue, and here you could see the rise of the AI giants. Shudu, an AI model. This is actually a model who is not real. All right. So you're starting to see why we are calling this oh so real. The next thing that you'll see is this one. Now, she is quite famous. Aitana Lopez is a Spanish AI influencer who pulls in at least, I mean, this is minimally 11,000 per month in brand deals. And she's all over the place. In fact, she was at the beginning when we watched that ABC News clip at the very beginning. She was one of them that was being highlighted there. And she's very, very successful. So these AI influencers, many of them often produce content that's similar to what we'll be able to do and what I'll be able to show you today. But there's a little bit of a difference here between AI influencers and UGC. What UGC stands for is user generated content. Okay, so you've heard the term thrown out a lot and everybody just throws it out, UGC. And a lot of folks don't necessarily know what that stood for. I put a 1 in the chat box if you did not know what UGC stood for until just now. Put a 1 in the chat box. I'm really, really curious. All right, so that's like tons of you. Tons of you didn't know that that stood for user-generated content. And what user-generated content, if you just think of it as a commercial, it will make a whole lot more sense. It is actually just a commercial that you're doing for a brand, but now it's on social media. And the subtle difference is an AI influencer already has their following, and thus when they do the commercials on their channels or they push a brand on their channels because they already have a following, they get paid more than just UGC, where you get paid more readily, but not as much. In other words, it's easier to get a UGC deal than it is an influencer deal. And the reason is because you have to be an influencer first in order to get the influencer deal. But a UGC deal means that you can represent folks all over the place, from a local business to a brand like the toothpaste brand. I did, as I'll show you in just a moment, a rain gutter ad, and you'll see that in just a moment. I'll turn on my camera. I think it'll work. So brands and local businesses are desperate for social media ads on their channels and on their websites, and that's a void that you can fill. So what if you now could produce UGC and influencer videos, because you'll be able to become an influencer with these videos too, without ever picking up a camera or spending megabucks to create expensive AI influencers. Yes, you can create viral UGC videos in minutes without actors, cameras, editing skills, or ultra expensive software. Introducing the way to do it, OhSoReal. And I know you want to see some of these examples, which will just blow your mind. So, that thing I said I'm going to show you about how I did an ad? I'll show you that later, because I want to get you straight over to this. It's just so exciting. It's the AI video tool that is changing the game. So now I'm going to show you examples of what we put together just in the past few days with this changing technology, which we are at the very forefront of. So first of all, you'll notice just how realistic they look. This is Alicia, for instance.
Hi, I am Alicia, an AI avatar from Synthesis. Get ready to produce personalized videos without needing to speak in front of a camera every time. Create an instant superhuman for free using Synthesis, cutting-edge AI technology, and use it in your videos moving forward.
So let me ask you something. What did you think of her in terms of how real she looked? Just everyone's asking for the purchase link. You've got to give us just a couple of minutes to get the purchase link in the back. All right, I'll go as fast as I can, but you've got to see these other examples so you know what you're getting. All right, what did you think of that? All right. Yeah, convincing, amazing, real. Fooled me. Yeah, it fooled me too. And that's just one. Some of them look so authentic, it's unbelievable. Others look so perfect that in some ways you may question it, but it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. And we have so many more examples, like this one about someone playing pickleball.
Come play pickleball with me. My rating is 3.5, but I beat Anna Lee in a match last week, so I guess I am improving.
And notice this is all text-to-speech voice, all right? Keep that in mind. You'll learn all about it. I'm going to show you the demo. It's all text-to-speech, and it doesn't have to be. You could upload your own voice, but as you'll find out later, my text-to-speech voice, which I was able to put in, oops, I'm giving away your bonus. I'll just shut up and you'll have to wait for a few moments before I tell you about your amazing bonus. All right, here's one about New York City.
New York City, the city that never sleeps. From the bright lights of Times Square to the calm of Central Park, iconic eats, endless energy, and a vibe you won't find anywhere else. It's a place where every street feels like a movie set. Whether you're visiting or dreaming, NYC hits different.
Now, these run up to 30 seconds. That's why that one was a little bit longer. We could make them longer, up to 400 characters or 30 seconds. And if you need to make a 1-minute video for TikTok, as an example, the Creator Rewards program, you could combine two in any video editor, and then you'll have a 1-minute video. Now, what's so made me have shivers down my spine and get so excited about this product, and to this moment, just watching that again, I was again extremely excited, was the lip syncing. It is absolutely perfect. Now, with GoToWebinar here, it may be a little difficult. There may be a very slight delay, but I guarantee you that this is so good, the lip sync, that I am actually able to read the lips and determine what they're saying. And I discovered that by mistake when I was watching with the sound off, and I knew what the person was saying. So for the hearing impaired, this is a big, big deal. Game changer.
Okay, but this is a game changer.
That's one of our stock audio pieces. This is a game changer, as you'll see in the demo that I do. And how about this person warning you a little bit about AI?
AI, friend or foe?
I'm going to play that again because that's one of those that looks so realistic, it's uncanny, and the lip sync is uncanny.
AI, friend or foe?
Right? You'd be able to read his lips. Don't you agree with me on that? Type yes if you agree that you'd be able to read his lips. I'll play that one more time.
AI, friend or foe?
Yes, you agree. Okay, great. Thank you for your going back and forth. Later during this webinar, we're going to be asking a question about what we're showing today, and we're going to give a prize for that. And we're also going to give a cash prize for those that have the most interaction. So I really appreciate you going back and forth. It really helps the webinar quite a bit. All right, so here's why OhSoReal, the name of our product, is going to be your business's new best friend, not a foe, because so many folks are getting left behind in AI. You know, I was just talking to a friend of mine down the road here. I live out in the country over in Vermont, southern Vermont, and my friend down the road has a son who's in vocational school, and he's trying to convince him to going into plumbing or electrical work or something like that. And one of the big reasons is because AI is taking over so many jobs right now, unless you move into using AI. And that's what we're talking about today, is utilizing AI to make money. Here in this case, we're starting perhaps as a side gig, and then it would expand from there. Why typical UGC video marketing can fail? And that's because, obviously, if you're doing it with a real person, the filming, the editing, and the voiceovers are time consuming and, of course, expensive. If you do it yourself, the content also likely lacks polish and it takes a lot of time. Hiring actors is very expensive. I know that personally. Even when I don't have time to do anything myself on camera, we've hired actors. That's expensive. Outsourcing UGC can be risky and unscalable when you have somebody else create these for you. As I mentioned before, if you wanted to create an AI influencer and you outsourced that, that would cost a lot of money if you didn't have the right software. And international clients, hey, language becomes a barrier, but not anymore, because OhSoReal solves those problems. First of all, you could generate ultra realistic close-up UGC videos using AI personas. All right. You could add voices first through incredible text to speech or your own audio clip, whether it's your voice or someone else's, or, and here's where I'm revealing our bonus, your 4 cloned voices. I did say 4 cloned voices, including your own, and you won't believe how well mine came out. You just will not believe it. You'll see it in just a moment, and you'll be getting that as a bonus. 4 cloned voices. You could personalize every detail, the outfit, the background, the language, the emotion. Remember, these are not real people. They're not already in there. You create them on the spot. We do have some ready-made ones, but you don't have to use them. It works in over 30 languages just by taking the script of another language and plugging it in. You'll see that in the demo, with up to 4K video output. And you could add, and this is the big one, props and products for the influencers to show right in their hands. I am absolutely serious. Think TikTok Shop or Amazon for just a moment in your brain. All right, and it's oh so simple to do. I'll tell you the steps first, and you'll see it in the demo. I want you to be reinforced with the demo of these steps. The first thing you're going to do is choose an incredible text-to-speech voice or upload your own voice clip and use your bonus cloned text-to-speech voices as a possibility as well. You have 3 choices. You actually have 4 because there's some ready-made clips. So there's like 4 choices in terms of the actual voice. So you start with a voice. You type up to a 30-second script in over 30 languages, or you could use one of the done-for-you scripts, which are short. You could describe how you want, and this is the next step, your OhSoReal persona to look, or you could use one of 12 done-for-you personas. I did squeeze a done-for-you persona into our presentation today so you could see how good it is, but creating them is also, everything you've seen so far is created just by typing what they should look like. You could add a product image or a logo, which is optional, but you could do it. You could have that logo on a t-shirt. You'll see that. You could hold the product, and you could preview your persona first. And then, in fact, you have to preview your persona, then choose optional captions, and then generate. So you actually preview 2 things before you generate. You preview the sound and you preview the persona. All right, now we're going to get into some fun stuff by showing you the various features that I love the best. The first, we talked about the realism. Watch this.
Mostly cloudy tonight with showers and thunderstorms and low around 55 degrees. Tomorrow, look for a foggy start and then boom.
Boom! Is that uncanny that is not a real person stumbling trying to do a weather forecast? What did you think about the realism of that one? It fooled you again, Grady. All right. Holy moly, she's so real, says Bobby. Expressions is good. You can have a logo and a product, Kathy. Both? That's a good question. Can you have both? Yeah, you could run it again. That's a really, really good question, and I think there's a way to do it. Yep. All right, so that's the amazing realism. And now I want you to look closely again at the perfect lip sync.
Silence is not empty. It is full of answers. When your mind is still, the universe unfolds, and the quieter you become, the more you are able to hear.
And speaking of logos, another great feature is the ability to put a branding directly on your generated persona, like this OhSoReal logo. Now, what's interesting when I play this, watch how it kind of bounces around with her.
There's no question that people love stories, but why does it have to stop at just social media? Wouldn't it be great to leverage the power of stories all across the web to help you boost engagement, get free traffic, and make sales?
I still can't get over the way that moves with her. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, the big one, obviously, you can have your avatar hold branded objects and props.
Guys, you need to check this out. Synthesis Persona is coming soon. What follows next could be a game changer for you.
So formerly, when it was in beta testing, it was called Synthesis Persona. That's why she was referring to that as the name. And you can maintain continuity. So once you produce, and this has been so hard for AI, once you produce your AI avatar, once you produce that persona, you can keep that persona. And you could have it do all kinds of different things. Here's a very simple, example of that. And in the demo I did, I have a really good example.
Okay, but this is a game changer.
By the way, that's one of the pre-made samples, the game changer one in terms of audios. So you saw she was wearing glasses, right? And she's wearing what? A maroon shirt? Now watch.
Okay, but this is a game changer.
All right, so we changed her shirt color. And by the way, there's about 10 more of her saying that. We changed her shirt color and we took off her glasses. That is the same actress, so to speak, so that you can now actually have an influencer that looks the same from video to video to video. Here's my headphones. I have headphones right here somewhere. Let me grab them. Oh, I'm excited about this. I'm going to put on my camera. I'm so excited. Let's see. Where is my camera? Aha. There I am. Hello. There I am. See these headphones? I took a picture of them with my iPhone. All right. I just put them down on the ground and I took a picture of them. And you could see it actually right there. I put it on a white piece of paper in that particular case, but I've tried it on all different kinds of things. And watch what the AI does with it. Let me take my camera off first.
So I bought these headphones off the TikTok shop last week, and I couldn't believe how good they sounded. The instruments all sounded perfect, and the vocals were also crisp and clear.
And let's watch that again since I cut off the audio at the beginning. Great lip sync again.
So I bought these headphones off the TikTok shop last week, and I couldn't believe how good they sounded. The instruments all sounded perfect, and the vocals were also crisp and clear.
So there she is showing off the very headphones that are next to me when I go to bed at night. And I did that just by taking a picture of it. That's the picture on the left. And that is what you saw on the right. So what do you think in terms of your imagination? Is it running wild about what you could do in terms of ads with this, running ads? Absolutely, says Ken. The things you can do, exclamation point. By the way, this is very consistent. You know how sometimes you have a product and you try it and then you try it again, it doesn't work very well. This is a consistent product. We're getting consistent results like this. All right. The funny thing is we discovered, and this is really interesting, that once you generate your AI avatar, your persona, when you go back to them, you can change their emotions. You can make them happy, sad, etc. So these are two different girls. The one on the left, we made, very relaxed and calm. And the one on the right, we said to be very, very sad. And if you look closely at the one on the right, and I'll play that second, you'll see that she's even crying, which, we were surprised about. Okay, so now let's play the first.
Hey, you're not asleep yet, are you? Because I've been waiting to whisper something only meant for nights like this.
All right, now here comes the one that just, flipped us out. When we played it, when we created this and first saw it, we were so shocked. Here it goes.
You lied to me. You stood there and looked me in the eyes and lied. Do you even realize what you've done? I trusted you. I loved you. And now I'm the one left picking up the pieces while you walk away like nothing happened.
That's text to speech, my friends. That's text to speech. Can you believe that? That's incredible. And we said, take that same actress and make her sad. And that's what we came up with. Even lip syncs with different languages work. That's another feature I wanted to show you.
Όταν κάποιος είναι ερωτευμένος, μπορούμε να πούμε την έκφραση «τον πονάει το δοντάκι».
So even it's lip syncing properly to Greek there. And, we have more. In fact, we have German next. I made this one. The first one Oliver made. And then I made this one.
Die Sonne scheint hell und die Vögel singen. Es ist ein wunderschöner Tag, spazieren zu gehen und die Natur zu genießen.
Now, I asked for a Berlin background. So they actually gave us a Berlin city background. All right. And Obviously, she's very realistic. I asked for, it was 35 to 45. I think that was the 45-year-old woman. The age is extremely accurate. They usually do give you, unless you request it, they give you a good-looking person. You know, theoretically, everybody looks good, but a person that is classically good looking usually pops out if you don't specify. And the key to these is what often works best is to not overcomplicate the prompts. You know how when you work with AI in general, people think they have to train you to how to prompt it? You don't have to do that here. These are very, very simple prompts. The simpler, the better, because the AI just goes to town and tries to figure out what you want. You know, when I said Berlin background, it's thinking to itself, well, what else would I, give this person if they're asking for a Berlin background? Here's another Greek. This one gets a little feisty. My apologies if they're saying anything naughty.
Όταν γυρίσαμε το βράδυ στο δωμάτιο, βρήκαμε στο κρεβάτι 2 μικρά γατάκια.
Don't yell at me. So that's, again, an example of how it can actually lip sync to any language virtually. The languages supported are these. And we're looking at Bulgarian, Chinese, Classic Arabic, Croatian, Czech, Danish, Dutch, English, Filipino, Finnish, French, German, Greek, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, that may be Malaysian, Norwegian, Polish, Portuguese, Romanian, Russian, Slavic, Spanish, Swedish, Tamil, Turkish, Ukrainian, and Vietnamese. Now, you'll see in the demo that you can also not only insert those languages, but you can actually have the captions read out in those languages. And you could do even more languages if you import an audio for some reason, rather than do the text to speech. Now, I think it's about time that we got to the demo. What do you think? Are you guys excited? Because on the inside, wait until you see what I produce. I am excited to show you the demo. Hopefully it will play okay. For those of you that it does not play okay, because I'm going to play it through GoToWebinar, then I'll play it again later by holding the microphone to the speaker, and you'll be able to see it anyway, and you'll see what's going on. So, without further ado, let me switch over to the demo of OhSoReal. Now, here we are on the inside of the Synthesis platform. If you end up here on the left-hand side, it will either say OhSoReal or UGC Persona. You click that, and then you're thrown right in, and boy, is this easy to use. So the very first step I want you to do is click on the upper right where it says Create a UGC Video. Now, this is what ends up showing up, and I want to point out that even though you see these right here, like it says download this and guys you need, those are just sample audios to make very, very short influencers. Like here, I'll click the guys you need and you'll understand.
Guys, you need to buy this right now.
Which is something a typical influencer would say, right? Guys, you need to buy this right now. But you don't have to use those ready-made ones. There's also ready-made UGC personas, or in other words, OhSoReal personas that you'll see in just a moment. But that comes later down the line. We're going to create them from scratch because they're easy to create from scratch. All right, so what you do is this. You either import an audio at this point, such as an audio file of yours that you may have, okay, or you generate the audio. So you generally always start on the lower left right here by clicking Generate Audio. Now that we're in this, I want to point out that some of these voices are incredible. The voice of Jessica has so much inflection, it's unreal. Here, let's listen.
If you spend your whole life waiting for the storm, you'll never enjoy the sunshine.
So I'm going to use Jessica's voice. Now, I also want you to note that I uploaded my own voice. You see right here where it says my multilingual custom voices? Now, what we did is, as a bonus, we're including 4 cloned voices for you to use of yourself, your family members, your business clients. 4 custom voices, and man, they are good. Here, this is my voice right here. With Livecaster, your customers will be able to run pre-recorded videos as live streams. Now, that's my text-to-speech voice, but it would be yours at the bottom of this list. But right now, let's choose Jessica right here, okay? Because remember, I said she's really, really good. I really like that particular voice. They're all good, but that one is in particular one of my favorites. And then what we need to do is type a script out. So you start with the voice, and then you're going to move over to the appearance afterwards. So what should we write? Well, let's see. I have a pickleball theme going on because I actually have a pickleball item that I'm going to want her to hold. So let's do that. Let's write, my name is Audrey and I love to play pickleball. You have been following my channel and I really want you to consider buying this water bottle because it has a clever pickleball theme to it. It is fantastic. Get it from my store at the link in my profile. Okay, so I just made all that up right now, obviously. So we have a paragraph. It has to be 400 characters or less, which works out to 30 seconds or less, which is pretty long for an AI to be able to maintain such perfect quality for 30 seconds. So that's what we have. And now what we're going to do is we're going to preview that. Now, one of the best parts of the software is that it allows you to preview everything that you're doing and then change it before you actually generate it. So we're going to preview that, and then we'll generate the audio. The preview's ready already. That was real time.
My name is Audrey, and I love to play pickleball. You have been following my channel, and I really want you to consider buying this water bottle because it has a clever pickleball theme to it. It is fantastic. Get it from my store at the link in my profile.
All right. There we go. We like that, right? So now we want to have the appearance. Now, I meant to copy another one from previously because I already created my UGC pickleball girl previously. Let's see if it gives me a chance to do that. No, because I didn't tell it to do that before. So let's create a new Audrey. So we're going to have a young woman, 25 years old, wearing a visor and dressed in a purple t-shirt. Okay, so that's our young woman. She has brown curly hair. I'm not sure if that'll show through the visor, but we'll try. And now we have an item that we want her to hold and show off. So it says product placement optional. So we're going to click this right here. We're going to actually choose an item. So we go to our desktop. I have it stored, I hope. Yep, there it is. It's just a picture I took of an actual water container. And now it's going to strip the background from that. I just put that on a countertop and I took a picture of it. It's going to strip that when it actually uses it. But it may show that now with the countertop behind it. Yep. And then we're going to describe the placement. So please enter the placement position. We're going to write, have her hold and show this water bottle to this water container. Okay, that should be enough. And the background is a pickleball court. Pickleball court. All right, now we're going to preview the persona. So we'll actually have a chance to change this if we don't like the way it's coming out. So it won't move yet, but we'll be able to see how it looks. So I click preview persona, and it generates one or two previews. In this case, it looks like it's trying to create two, but sometimes it comes up with one. I'm not sure why it alternates sometimes. And then you pick the one that you like the best, and then what you do after that is you click, generate. But before, we click use this, actually. Now, this takes about 4 minutes. So I'm going to actually edit this video here and honestly tell you this takes about 4 minutes, and the rendering time takes up to 7 minutes or so. And then that's the entire amount of time. So the entire amount of time of rendering is around 11 or 12 minutes. And that's, the outside. It's usually faster than that. But because I'm having her hold something, because this is a brand new persona, it's not one that I'm reusing, this could take the full amount of time. So I'll be right back. All right, that took almost exactly 4 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And as you could see, it has stripped the background out, and it has done a great job of displaying the product in her hand. So here we have created an actual influencer named Audrey. She's a pickleball player, and she is actually asking you to buy this product because it says Dink Responsibly, which is a pickleball term. And now we could click use this. And when we click use this, it will actually utilize that. And now we have a chance to actually put captions on that if we want. So we're going to name it Pickleball Audrey. And the quality, we're going to keep it 720p. We could do 1080p or 4K if we want. I just want it to render quickly. And then captions. Yeah, I mean, we could try some captions now for an example. Now, when you do captions, it's interesting. I didn't mention this before, but you could put in over 30 languages, believe it or not. You could have actually typed the language right in, and she would have mouthed the language correctly. But now that we're doing it in English, we might as well keep it in English in terms of the captions. But as you can see, we have all these different languages right here that we can actually convert to. Of course, with the captions. So we're going to keep the captions at the bottom. We're going to choose English, and the style we don't want style 1 because to me it's a little busy. So in this case, we're going to look for another style. Style 2 is a very simple style. It's almost too simple. Style 3 is pretty good right there. Style 4, I believe, is pretty good too. Yeah, it's colorful. Let's check style 5. Yeah, all right. So let's do style 4, the colorful one. Okay, and then all you do is click generate. And now I said it takes up to 7 minutes. And we will have an actual working UGC influencer asking us to buy a product. Okay, that took about the full 7 minutes, so let's see how it actually looks. I'm just going to click play, and then I can download it, or I could actually reuse this girl with this little, what do you call that, arrow? Circular arrow at the top. You could actually reuse her if you want as well. And you could even send this over to another product that a lot of you may be getting if you get the all-inclusive package, and that's over to AI Humans. So let's do that. Let's play it.
My name is Audrey, and I love to play pickleball. You have been following my channel, and I really want you to consider buying this water bottle because it has a clever pickleball theme to it. It is fantastic. Get it from my store at the link in my profile.
Wow, what do you think about that? So now we could download it, obviously. That's right here. And we've saved it. And now we can reuse it if we want and change her appearance and change her emotions. So if we reuse her, now we start all over again, okay? And we're going to first go back to generate audio. We're going to pick Jessica again so that we are keeping the same voice. And this time, what we do is we write a different script. Okay, and remember, we're reusing her. We're changing her. We want her to say something else. Let's change it to Spanish. Okay, so I plugged in what I wrote. Hey, thanks for purchasing my water bottle. Now we have the Spanish for that. I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to plug it in. And now Audrey is going to suddenly be speaking in Spanish. Now we want to preview that voice, make sure it sounds okay.
Hola, gracias por comprar mi botella de agua ayer. Hoy me gustaría que consideraras comprar mi marca profesional de delineador de ojos que uso cuando salgo a la ciudad.
Okay, so we're going to use that. Now we want to do the appearance. We're going to redo the appearance. Now, I want to point out something here. The persona that you can choose right here where it says persona, normally what you could do is you could click this drop down box and you could choose an actual pre-made persona. I didn't talk about that before and I wanted to make sure you were aware of that. But because we're reusing our actress from before, what it's asking us to do is edit the appearance, edit the, the background and how she looks. So in this case, let's have her not be pickleball anymore. Now she's talking about eyeliner. So let's have her dressed casually in a white t-shirt. No, let's make it more formal. Dressed formally in an off-white blouse, in her bedroom at home. Okay, so she is going to be talking in the camera as an influencer now from her bedroom, and she's going to be obviously offering something different. Now, we no longer need this water bottle. We want eyeliner, which I don't have a picture of on me right now, so we're going to take that part out. And now we're going to preview our persona. This is the new Audrey. This one is going to be more formal in her bedroom. Okay, as you can see, it's the same girl that we have right here with the brown curly hair. This time she's dressed just the way we asked in a actually it's more of a bedroom or living room setting, and she's wearing a formal off-white blouse, just like we asked. So we do want to use this, and hopefully she'll be speaking Spanish like we want. In this case, we now are asking for Audrey Spanish, 720p. For the sake of speed, I'm not going to add the captions this time, but if we did, you could see we could just ask for Spanish right here. Well, why don't we try it? So we'll try that last style, or style 5, I think. Yeah, I wanted to try style 5, all yellow, and then we'll click generate. Okay, that time it took a little less than 7 minutes, so I'm going to click it now, and I see a problem in that I created captions that were yellow on top of a beige blouse, but let's play it.
Hola, gracias por comprar mi botella de agua ayer. Hoy me gustaría que consideraras comprar mi marca profesional de delineador de ojos que uso cuando salgo a la ciudad.
Well, it's still pretty good. I'm sure that you enjoyed that. Okay, so now you go out there and you make your user-generated content and sell that to other companies or use it for yourself so that you become an AI influencer as well. I'll leave you off with my little Apple test here that I did. I think this is funny because it's kind of ironic that she's saying, buy this apple from me.
This is a test of OhSoReal. I want to sell a product to you.
Exactly. You want to help folks to sell products using OhSoReal. Enjoy. All right. I know that you must be going crazy right now in terms of your imagination, so I'm going to give you a moment to cool off before I move forward. So here we go. But how can OhSoReal help you succeed in your online business? That's the question, of course, that you guys are asking. Obviously, this is the coolest tool since sliced bread, but we don't want it to be, you know, kind of useless like VO3 right now. It came out with a splash. It's very expensive. It only makes 8-second clips, and it's good for making bigger videos if you take all the 8-second clips and put them together, but it's not useful in terms of a product to make money with. Not yet anyway, but this is actually made to make money with. So let's take a look at the various ways that you can make money with this. Let me just move to the next slide if I can. There we go. So here's some ideas, and you'll have plenty of ideas as well. Obviously, the one that we've been talking about the most is actually making reels. Reels are something that was started on Instagram and Facebook, but now, of course, TikTok has them and has had them for years, and then YouTube Shorts came along. Those are, generally speaking, shorts that can be 30 seconds, but can be longer. So you can combine these to make them longer in places like TikTok, where you could get paid in the Creator Rewards program like I do. I get paid every day in the Creator Rewards program, just for the views themselves rather than, being sponsored. I don't like to do sponsored very much. It's extra work. Just making videos to get views is a way to get paid. And that's one thing you could do with this. The other thing is you can do product review videos for e-commerce with product in hand. And that's where the UGC comes in. So brands can hire you to show their product, or you can show the product yourself and get paid a commission on it from a place like TikTok with TikTok Shop. Amazon has a program as well where you could do this, create videos and show their products, or you could show the Amazon products in places like YouTube Shorts. Right? You could hold the product, it could even be your own product. Multilingual promos for global reach. The whole idea here is that it doesn't have to be limited to just English. We're used to just being limited. Now, if you don't speak another language, that doesn't mean you can't do another language. You could do this in another language just by typing it in, doing the translation like I showed you, typing it in, and then it automatically does that. And it even did it in the captions. You could do video email pitches for cold outreach. What is that? You probably got an email from me, as a matter of fact, with an animated GIF inside of this OhSoReal. And what you could do with that animated GIF is have that linked. So when someone clicks on that, it goes to an actual video where you're inviting someone to do something, to opt into a list or to purchase something. Video email, this works great with. I've been doing that all week long with this very product. Education and training videos using AI instructors. That's a really interesting way to, of course, become an influencer as well, right? You can, if you did it in a specific niche and you didn't have to be on camera and you were very consistent, you would actually be able to just build subscribers slowly over time to the point where you can get paid more and more for your videos for the views, or more than likely you will eventually, just like those other AI influencers were, be approached by brands. Now, there's all kinds of ways to do the UGC where you're not advertising on your own channel, but you're advertising on their channels. And they are looking for that all the time. They're looking to lowball you there and only pay you like 25, 50, or $100. But I got to tell you, it's no longer a problem for you, right? Because this tool makes it very easy to make 50 or $100. And of course, you could do testimonials for local business clients by adding a face to a written quote. Now, that's a slippery slope if you think about it, because you don't want to give the impression necessarily that you're a real person. I mean, it looks so real that you want to make sure that you're honest with the business and the business is honest with the public, that this is, a representation of the person who wrote the comment. You just have to put a little disclaimer on it, perhaps. And we already did that. Let's take a look at other business ideas. You could sell your video creation services. You could target coaches, product owners, and of course, local businesses. And we'll see an example of that in just a minute, the local businesses. I mentioned the price range is $50 to $500 per video. It's actually more. It ranges quite a bit from $50 to $9,000. to 10,000 to 20 to 30. If you become an influencer, they're going to pay you literally $10,000 for a video. I am not exaggerating. I got paid $10,000 for a video, and it is, and that was, they were lowballing me. It is not at all out of the question to get paid that much once you become an influencer. But when you're doing the UGC before you're known, it's $50 to $500. Then affiliate marketing, of course, with the AI videos. Imagine all the ways you could do affiliate marketing. You could just not only TikTok shop, that is a way of affiliate marketing, not only Amazon, that's affiliate marketing, but also e-products. Products like this as an example, OhSoReal as an example, and other e-products out there. You can make videos about them. I would say that that's a pretty good idea, is to get an affiliate link for OhSoReal and use OhSoReal to promote it. That's an example of what you can do. And affiliate marketing, obviously, you're creating product reviews with the AI influencers, such as showing the product, whether it's Amazon, etc. But you could also post on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels with your affiliate links linked in your bio. All right, you usually have a bio link in there, and that leads to all your affiliate links, and you refer to that. Now, I think I already showed you that, or if I didn't, I'll show it to you in just a moment, and then I'll show you again later how to do that. And number 3 is AI influencer on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube channels. I already mentioned that. You could build viral content in any niche or language and slowly but surely build your followers. And you could monetize that with ads. You could monetize that with affiliate offers. And you could do the creator rewards program in TikTok, where you just have to make 1-minute videos. Once you get 10,000 followers, you could do that. And of course, brand deals will come to you. And that's how we started this presentation today, with the brand deal idea of those really, really lucrative amounts of money that those other AI influencers were making. All right, now, this is an important one, because you see the guy on the right there? That is actually one of the pre-made ones. Now, remember I said in the demo that most of the time, you're just going to create from scratch your AI influencer, right? You're going to create it from scratch. That's the best thing to do, because it could be anything that you imagine, anything you cook up. But we do have ready-made ones in there to play with to get started up fast, and this was one of them. But I put that same water bottle. You know what? Let me turn my camera on again. I want you to just see what this thing is. So you see that? I'm holding it and showing it to you just like he is. This says dink responsibly, because that's a term that's used in pickleball. All right. It says pickleballer under that. It's a little hard to see, but see that right there? It says pickleballer, but dink responsibly. And that's what he is holding up here. So let's play this now. Let me turn my camera off and play this, because he's actually selling a product here. And I believe this is what I wanted to show you. Okay, here we go.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. I want to make sure you knew that this water bottle is on sale today. You need to buy it now. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I want to make sure you knew that this water bottle is on sale today. You need to buy it now.
Okay, obviously he's being a little pushy, but the whole point there is he's saying you need to buy this now. I love this water bottle, and he's already got this following, so of course they're going to go jump and do it. Or if he was on TikTok Shop and he didn't have very many followers, but he's being pushed out by TikTok because they love to push out videos where somebody's selling something. That's what they do. Then again, in that case, there'll actually be a link in the video itself that leads to the sale of that product. All right. And he looks so real that you can do exactly what he just did just by typing. In fact, I made that in a rush before in about 10 minutes flat, literally. So basically, this is slide 38 that you're looking at right now. I'm serious. I'm telling you a little bit behind the scenes. Slide 38 had a different person. All right. And Luann looked at it and she didn't like that one. It was too short. And she said, Luann, my business partner, Luann says to me, can you please replace that? So I quickly cooked him up and I put this in his hand. I did that on the spot. But this could be a real item that's sold in TikTok Shop, right? That could be a real item. And he is such a cool dude, this guy. And you can now clone him too. You can make him repeat time after time after time, the same guy or whoever you create. And that same person can continue to sell products on TikTok Shop. I mean, it's really an uncanny. And this is short. This is 8 seconds, but it can run 30 seconds long, which is a lot. Think of a 30-second commercial on TV, right? Okay, let's take a look at this scroll stopper.
Stop scrolling and listen up.
This is one of the early ones that we tested with. It was a Chanel bottle, and that's when we realized that it's really easy to have them hold products.
Stop scrolling and listen up.
Guys, you need to check this out. This fish oil from Warrior Lab is amazing. I think you will love that product for sure.
That's another example.
This has become my new favorite part of my night routine. It's not just tea, it's a hormone balancing blend that has seriously helped my cramps. If you know the struggle, you need this. It's linked right here on sale.
Now, I have to give a shout out to Todd Spears. Todd Spears is one of our JV partners, as they're called, people that work with us over the course of time to help us sell products when we come out with them. And Todd immediately took this and started using it for his own purposes so that he could sell on TikTok Shop. So that's actually a real application of the product, what I just showed you. That wasn't a sample for me to show to you. That was him actually doing it for himself so that he would be able to make sales. I want to show that to you one more time because the actual product that she's holding there is actually very detailed.
This has become my new favorite part of my night routine. It's not just tea, it's a hormone balancing blend that has seriously helped my cramps. If you know the struggle, you need this. It's linked right here on sale.
All right, comments on that one? Excellent, so crisp, she was okay. Oh, so real and informative, amazing, realistic, that's great, nice. That was great, looks great. Yes. Okay, so now let's go to the next use that I mentioned before, and that is my cloned voice. Now remember, as a bonus, for those of you that came in late, as a bonus, we're giving you 4 cloned voices. 4. And I cloned my voice immediately when I was in there, all right? So watch how I used it, all right?
Hi, this is meteorologist Todd. I'm undercover as my AI persona because, frankly, I'm worried you will be mad at me after this forecast. Wet weather to start off Saturday will dry out a little bit, but most of the Northeast will remain locked in with cold, dank, drizzly weather for much of Saturday and Sunday, with the highs in the 50s and low 60s. 15th Saturday in a row of rain in Boston.
Can I tell you a secret? That's a real video that I put on TikTok. I did that because I needed to get a video out quickly about the crazy 15th day or 15th week in a row of rain in New England. And I needed to get out there and get some views so that I'd get paid from the Creator Rewards Program. I am not making that up. That is absolutely true. And look at the stats. On the left-hand side, I put this up, 36 hours ago or so? On the posted June 13th, 9:52 p.m. So that's now 2 days old. So 48 hours ago, almost. 8,178 views to that. And I got 479 likes, 48 comments. Actually, I took this screenshot like last night. So this is within 24 hours. I got 8,178 views, 479 likes, 48 comments, 6 people forwarded it, or in other words, shared it, and 10 people actually saved it. All right, and the comments were very funny on this one. They said normally they don't like AI, but they like this. And that was pretty funny. And some of them asked me how I made it because they wanted to make it too. So that wasn't expected because that was a weather channel that I was posting that to. All right. So that's actually for real. I actually use that just like Todd Spears is using that other one to sell his product.
Hey guys, are you ready to take your creativity to the next level? Follow me for tips and inspiration to turn your passion into profit.
This one I like because I actually do recognize this person as being someone that could be an AI influencer. That once you copy her and, put different outfits on her and give her different backgrounds and bring her to different venues, I could see her gaining a following of men, mostly young to middle-aged men. And I'm not trying to be coy here. I'm just speaking the way that I've seen social media work. Men are very attracted to attractive women on these social channels and follow them and will buy whatever they want them to buy because they just kind of get enamored with these characters.
You can easily get paid hundreds of dollars for just minutes of your time when you use the agency version of InstaStory to create bio landing pages for clients.
And as we said, you could use this for affiliate sales commissions, just like this guy. And notice how real he is, not only in terms of his lip sync, but just look at how authentic he is.
You can easily get paid hundreds of dollars for just minutes of your time when you use the agency version of InstaStory to create bio landing pages for clients.
And what we're doing here is we're going over all the ways you could get paid with this. Another way, of course, is to use this for local businesses. You could sell this service to others, local business contractors, faceless internet influencers, and so much more. You can make this for them. This guy could have, or this business could have, a regular presence with this spokesperson.
Got a roof that's seen better days? Keep your home safe, dry, and stylish with a roof that can handle anything. Don't let leaks ruin your comfort or your wallet. We'll make sure your roof is rock solid. Ready to upgrade? Click the link below.
Okay, I know you're getting anxious and you want me to get to the buy link. We will do that in just a second, and we'll answer all your questions, and we'll do the contests as well. See what you could do when you utilize other resources that you have. Now, this is where I'm going to open your mind a little bit. All right, so there's a couple of ways that you could bring this to the next level beyond OhSoReal. One of the ways is to import into AI humans, which is part of what you're going to be getting with the package today, because we have a very simple video editor in there. But if you use an outside video editor, whether it's a person or you actually have a video editor, you could go as far as this. This is the original.
Tired of frizz and dull hair? Our lightweight hair serum transforms dry strands into silky perfection. Just a few drops, instant shine, zero grease. Let your hair shine. Shop now at silkyhair.com.
All right, that's great, right? Look what you could do if you edit it further with outside, resources.
Tired of frizz and dull hair? Our lightweight hair serum transforms dry strands into silky perfection. Just a few drops, instant shine, zero grease. Let your hair shine. Shop now at silkyhair.com.
Now, I know that's incredible because the commercial that's being produced here is beyond belief. And obviously, you'd either have to outsource that or use your video editor to the max. But let's take it down a notch. And let me show you what I was able to easily do with green screen. All right. Now, how do I do green screen? It's so easy with this. First, watch.
I love talking about our new product called OhSoReal. You can upload your own voice, create a voice clone of yourself or a client, or you can use one of our AI voices. Like me, I'm Jessica.
All right, so all I did there was I just asked for the background to be green chroma key. That's all I did. I said, do a straight green background chroma key. And I got that. And then in my video editor, I did something extremely simple. I just replaced the green with one of my moving backgrounds.
Hi, I love talking about our new product called OhSoReal. You can upload your own voice, create a voice clone of yourself or a client, or you can use one of our AI voices. Like me, I'm Jessica.
So you see, we can actually take this to the next level, even beyond OhSoReal. We could go crazy with it if we want.
So I just found the cutest little cafe downtown, and I had to share. The vibe is super cozy, the coffee is amazing, and they've got these homemade pastries that are next level. If you're in the area, definitely check it out. It might just become your new favorite spot.
Now, the reason I showed that one is because that's the perfect mix between the first one, which is something you'd probably have to outsource, and the second one, which is just me replacing green screen. In this case, the one I just showed you now, I could do that, and I'm not really a video editor at all, and I could do that easily in any standard video editor, such as CapCut or Filmora. Let's watch that again.
So I just found the cutest little cafe downtown, and I had to share. The vibe is super cozy, the coffee is amazing, and they've got these homemade pastries that are next level. If you're in the area, definitely check it out. It might just become your new favorite spot.
Do you see how you could become an influencer for real? Not just something straight if you just take it a little further? I mean, that I thought was just crazy. Okay, so you guys are ready now, I suppose, for today's special limited offer. Let me tell you what you're going to get. You ready? You guys ready? Or you want to see some more first, or you ready? Yeah, I figured you guys are ready. I've never seen so many readies. That was pretty good. So you're getting everything that I'm about to show you. What would normally be the front end, it would have been up to 10 realistic avatars. You would have been able to generate up to 15-second videos, 500 credits a month, that's 33 videos. English voices only. You would have had the preview before rendering, of course, 720p quality, and you would have been able to use it with a commercial license. This is good for beginners, but of course you get that because you're getting the whole package. You also are getting the first upgrade, which brings it to 30-second videos and 400 character scripts. That equals about 30 seconds. You could save your personas with the outfit and background switching up, just like we did. You get up to 4K video quality, multilingual voice support for over 30 languages, as I showed you. You're also getting the second upgrade, which is where they hold the product. products. You can upload a physical or digital product image. You could, of course, have the personas hold the products for ads, reviews, and testimonials. And of course, you could have the personas wear logos on their clothes, like we showed you just moments ago, as an option as well. You just have to provide the logo, ask it to put the logo on their physical shirt that they're wearing, and boom, you've got it. And it also is going to include access to Synthesis AI Humans version 3, which most of you don't have. Even if you have Synthesis AI Humans, version 3 is extremely advanced. It's access to the AI Humans with 120 version 3 avatars. They're pre-made. You don't ask them to produce them. They're already pre-made. You get 600 credits. That's 10 minutes worth of video every month. You have a background remover as part of the video editor, and you can use for making longer traditional videos with these pre-made avatars. But we don't stop there, because you actually have the ability to go unlimited, which we'll tell you about in just a moment. You won't have to get all of these individually, as I said. The deal of the decade is here. We have what's called the feature bank. Everything you just saw in the front end, the first, second, and third upgrades are included. In other words, the front end, OTO 1, OTO 2, and OTO 3. All of that's included, but we also have on the inside, and get ready, get your trigger finger ready to buy, because we have an unlimited bump, which makes this go crazy. After you unlock the entire feature bank, you'll see an opportunity to bump your account up to unlimited. Unlimited realistic personas under the fair use policy. That only means don't go crazy enough that we have to track you down because you broke our system. And unlimited videos under the fair use policy as well. So unlimited realistic personas and unlimited videos, so unlimited numbers, is the unlimited bump that you are going to have a chance to select as well. And that's highly recommended, obviously, so you could play with this over and over again and use this for more and more videos as much as you want. And it's going to be one-time pricing on that unlimited bump. So, gang, are you ready? I repeat the question. I know the answer. I'm not even going to wait. Get ready, get set, and go to the following link. And here it is. It's toddsuggests.com/get oh so real. That's toddsuggests.com/get oh so real. And you will get everything except that unlimited bump for $188. To go unlimited, what you need to do, first of all, write that coupon down right there. OhSoReal is the coupon for $40 off, so you get it for $188. All right, OhSoReal. But let me show you about the bump on the inside. When you go in there on the unlimited bump, basically that's an add-on to your feature bank purchase. It's only an additional $297. It's only one time. When you compare that to what AI costs in generally on a yearly or monthly basis, that's a steal. All right. And here it is. This is how you do it. When you're inside, there'll be a place to check it off right there. This is the actual order page. When you're inside on the right-hand side, you'll see a place to check it off. And that's how you do that unlimited bump. And we have bonuses. The 4 cloned voices are included. Those are your voices, your clients' voices, your family's voices. You upload a file very quickly. I showed it in the demo where it was, or did I? Maybe I skipped that in the demo. It was right there at the bottom. You could just upload your own voice. We have the OhSoReal guidebook. That's the OhSoReal Prompt and Persona Mastery Guide. The prompts are really easy, but it doesn't hurt to have a guidebook. The OhSoReal Script Genie software instantly creates powerful video scripts for stunning social content. And we also have the OhSoReal Outreach template so that you can go looking for clients. You can land paying clients more easily. The OhSoReal UGC Video Sales Blueprint, and the OhSoReal Smart Link Hub. That's instantly convert your video viewers into buyers and subscribers. Those are your bonuses as well. My favorite bonus, obviously, is the first 4 cloned voices are included. Your voice. Imagine if it comes out as good as my voice came out. There's nothing special about what I did. I just uploaded a file with my voice on it. It was like a 3-minute audio, and boom, it was there. And my voice came out so very real. And she has something to say too.
Guys, you need to buy this right now.
That's right. And use the coupon OhSoReal. ToddSuggests.com/get OhSoReal. Just as a review, it includes the front end, which is all this, the first upgrade, which is all this, the second upgrade, which is this, that's the physical or digital product, the Synthesis AI Humans version 3, that's all included, and then you have the order bump as well. All right, I'm going to leave it on this while you ask some questions. I know that the order process you may have some questions on. I'll be able to show you additional stuff. Now, in order to win the cash, what is going to happen is it's a cash reimbursement. All right, I just want to be clear on this. I wasn't as clear as I should have been earlier. So we are going to reimburse $50 towards your purchase. So you could go ahead and purchase now and then play the game with us in a minute. I'm going to write down the questions now. I want to bring in Luann. Are you here? Can you just come on in for just a moment and answer some questions while I get the questions ready for the contest?
I am here.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't sure. I know you've been busy today. So yep. I'm going to let you take over just a couple of minutes while I get the questions ready. And folks, hang in there because these $50 reimbursements I'm going to do